Bring us in.
Oh, okay. Welcome back to another special episode. I guess this is part 2, technically, of Ugly Thirds. John and Travis, take it away.
You had your fun.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
Exclusive Pro Sports, one of the best customizers in North America, will do just about any jersey for you to the best of their ability on ice specs. And we just did your unboxing. Very pleased with what you got.
Mm-hmm.
I sent away a handful. Nice.
Stop showing off.
I sent away a handful of jerseys myself in this order. They came about 4.5 months later, a couple days apart. So they're really good about return time. Other customizers I've used that haven't been as good. I did Keener in Canada for a while. It was fine, just shipping back and forth between Canada's.
Canada Post is
not
so
great.
expensive too. So.
It is, and then I have to fill out a customs form that I can't say it's jerseys because technically they could charge me duty. So I had to tell them I'm sending clothes for repair. And it worked for a while. I used Action Spot in Buffalo. They were okay. Not thrilled with the quality that I got from them. They were good in a pinch, but if you're looking for the top tier, top level,
You're saying we've graduated to better quality.
We've started with better quality.
And I mean, probably the biggest question is where do you get them customized? So we'll have to do more info on how this works. But let's at least review EPS, Exclusive Pro Sports.
Yep.
And you have a very unique thing with your collection.
Okay.
What is your shtick?
So here's the deal. Here's where I'm at right now. I want every goaltender customized on a jersey in Sabres history. That's one. I'm also trying to do 0 through 99 in my collection. So there's a few things that I knocked out with this order.
And they're all former Sabres. Like they've all played for the Buffalo Sabres.
Correct. They've all dressed for the Sabres at some point in their career. If I'm going to go to every arena in the NHL, I'm going to make it a point to at least wear somebody who played for the Sabres in some capacity.
Which is why EPS is so important, because you're not going to find half of these guys.
You are not. They will need to be professionally customized. Military jersey. First one up. Yeah. What I like about these is that, one, they're super cheap because they made a ton of them, and then all of a sudden we don't do special event jerseys anymore that go to the public. So I got this for super, super cheap. I needed a Malcolm Subban, and he was the guy who started in this game. So I got my Malcolm Subban with a decent enough font here.
You want to go up or shall I?
You take that up for
I'll
me.
take this one. I'm intrigued by this.
These jerseys are unique because the front crest is like rubber.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this is not.
I purchased a set. Ottawa had that sale.
Yeah.
So I bought one of theirs just to have one.
Get the spray painting effect.
And yeah, it's weird.
Like this font intrigues me. Like I'm very tickled by all of it. It's just a weird chunk, and like I don't know what it's supposed to be mimicking, but I like it. You do the hangers and hang.
They've
honors and hang.
They've done a handful of these jerseys over 5 or 6 years, but there's no more on ice to retail jerseys like this anymore.
Right.
Because those jerseys are going to charity, they're one off, but we had that whole issue with, well, how far do we take this? Do we take military? Do we do back the blue? And that's when people started getting a little political. So those are no longer a thing. The old felty Minnesota Wild jersey.
I have a Reebok of this that I'm working on, actually. I need to get an A for it.
Benny Pouliot for sure. But the unique thing about this one is in the last season of last game of the season 06-07, they wore a Team of 18,000 patch, which is a salute to their fans. Only worn one game. I like this jersey in general.
Because the Minnesota Wild have a retired number.
It's 18,000.
No? One for the fans. The fans are always number one.
That's what it was. So unique piece. I did this for the patch mostly, but then I needed a 67 in my collection.
I mean, yeah. How many 67s are you really going to get?
So Benny Pouliot gets the nod on this one.
I'm going to show off this patch because it's cool. It's a cool patch.
And
even okay, it's a Reebok jersey. Everyone knows how Reebok has the printing. No, they're full layered. They do it right. And just what a cool patch.
Yeah.
It was a very, very cool patch. You're not going to get stuff like that.
One game. The guy who sold it to me was nice enough to do it because he was trying to sell it as a set, and he broke up the set for me. So I'm quite appreciative of him.
These were underrated.
Tim Schaller. I needed a 59, but I also had this 50th anniversary patch. But let's talk about the speed holes.
The
that they put in
speed
there.
holes, and those are actual proper holes. And again, the speed holes make a design. I don't know how apparent that is from all the way back here.
Yeah.
But and this jersey was super ignored.
It was.
'cause,
I mean, it's
how many-
stick and rink.
How many stick and rings can you have? But this is based on the original jerseys, which were just green and blue, and totally blend in old photos. Like, are they just wearing a blank jersey? Like, no.
They are not. Let me see. They didn't put the prices on here. Something like that, just because of the number kit itself and how unique it is. It might run you a little bit more. So in the last video, we were talking about that these go between 75 and 100 if you want a patch or an alternate.
With shipping and
captain.
everything, they felt like it was about 105 a jersey, 100 a jersey.
About yeah.
About
that, yeah.
Which, here, how much you're investing in these, it's worth it.
For sure. So this is the one that they emailed me about. I needed a 46. This is the Ilya Labushkin Boosh. But this is the semi-controversial Arenas Giant T, because you can't even see that it's a Arenas jersey. This was the Heritage Classic from 2022. Best thing about this is the felt, but the story behind this, and I'll have here, you take it up this time.
Show off that zigzag.
Within the felt itself is the specialized stitching. But they emailed me a couple months in and said, hey, we can't do the on-ice specs because the fabric that they use came from Europe. We don't have it. So we can do something just as good but with a different felt. I said, please do it. I don't care.
You're not going to know the difference. No one's
This,
going to know
this
the
isn't
difference.
this is an Indo
It's also colored a little bit. Like there's a yellow
a
to
sheen
it.
to it almost?
like
yeah.
a vintage white color to it.
But I mean, this is not a made in Canada. This is an Indo prime green. So it's
You're getting in that level. I've never.
yeah.
gotten to that
If
level.
it were made in Canada, I might have thought about trying to track it down, but I wasn't too worried about it. Yeah, they left the tags
And they
on.
left the tags
And they
on.
left the tags on. 2017 Winter Classic. I needed a 48. It's fan favorite, Vinny Hinestroza, my 48. These things, I think I plucked this off of Full Moon for like
Yeah, that would make sense.
like $50.
I probably should have.
Nothing to it. Basic.
Yeah, that's about
This
as
is-
basic a number set as you can get.
This is going to be your $75 EPS customization. Nothing to it. Nothing fancy. Just basic, everyday, run-of-the-mill number kit and nameplate bar. Here, rank this.
I'm gonna put it over
Ooh,
here.
you're going to put it there?
It hasn't unseated Subban yet. This might.
I needed a 56. Not too many former Sabers wore 56. It was honestly more difficult to find the Vector Reebok than it was anything
That's
else.
that first year of Reebok. They
yeah.
had these.
But this is Steve Bernier. Came over in the trade deadline in 07, 08, I think. Had 2 good games and then just kind of tapered off. But yeah, I needed a 56 and I got a 56. Thanks, Phil.
With front numbers.
With front numbers, you want to talk about your conspiracy theory?
Oh, is that way you can't buy blank jerseys? You have to get a number on it like the NFL does, so that you have to pay an extra $150?
Tin Hadanowski over here.
Tinfoil had an
Tinfoil Hadanowski.
Oh, we do have one of these.
We do. It was buried in a box. Caps did this, what, as an alternate for a couple of years?
Yeah, it was the Winter
Winter
Classic in
Classic.
2011, and
Thank
then it
you.
became an alternate for 3-4 years.
Yep. I needed a 50. Eakin didn't play in the Winter Classic, so there's no Winter Classic patch on it, but I needed a 50. If this came back as an alternate, I wouldn't be upset. If it was a one-off type thing, I wouldn't be upset.
One off I'd take. If it was an alternate again, I'd be like, come on, Caps, it's time to move on.
We've talked extensively about how tired the look for Washington is.
Yeah, they're due for a
They were doing full
rebrand.
rebrand.
full. Yeah, I think once Ovechkin leaves, I think, or
They'll-
retires.
Some reason for people to buy jerseys after
Yeah,
he's gone.
they'll
course.
need something. Yeah.
Thank you.
this is the Adidas one?
Here. This is the
Oh.
Adidas one. Okay, this one knocked out 2 things. So I got my RJ patch here on the Adidas third. This is Devin Cooley. Devin Cooley never took the ice for the Sabres in the game that he was called up. he was dressed for him, which I love. So I needed Cooley regardless, since he did dress for the Sabers technically, and I also needed a 62 as well.
That comes out too.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Let me show off the patch, and then because like having these Adidas jerseys, I think a lot of people are like, okay, well I can buy a cheap blank Adidas now. What do I do with it? EPS will do you right. I mean, that's good. That's real good. And that patch is actually like there's surprisingly a lot of heft to that patch.
It's a nice patch.
Yeah.
If you've never done so before, on eBay, there's a seller called Ice Hockey Patches. If the NHL does something, chances are they're not going to sell it. They never sold these RJ patches at retail, but the guy who does the ice hockey patches account on eBay recreates everything. So if you ever need one, and if not, the company that does it, it'll come to me. If you email the company that did it in the past, like that.
Like Patch Collection I just ordered from.
Patch Collection and Ice Hockey Patches, I think, are almost the same company.
Okay.
But I'm thinking National Emblem.
Ah.
So I needed the Colorado Avalanche 10-year anniversary. Couldn't find it anywhere online. I know National Emblem did it. So I emailed them, and they said, we'll recreate it for you.
And that was a thick patch.
It was a thick
I
patch.
stitched that thing.
But if you need a patch redone and National Emblem did it, they'll do it for you again.
Yeah, that's good.
Needed a 55. Plus, I got my
Ooh,
Captain
nice
C
C there. Look how much bigger the C is than the numbers. I hated these jerseys. I hated them so much.
Yeah.
Look, beh.
Yeah. This wasn't a great time for hockey jerseys.
And yet they were the best sellers in the league.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the team at the time was pretty decent. But I got my 55.
So Reebok authentic? No.
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Man, oh man.
Say Sabers on Sabers action? No.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. I needed. Oh yeah, I got this one super cheap. Mostly I needed the 58, but I also like. This is Cale Clegg, a very bottom pairing defenseman who's not going to get much attention. I needed a 58. He wore it in LA, but I like the number kit on this.
I agree.
Like there's a little shimmer and shine in this.
I need to find the Reebok one before this that had gold into it for a 50th anniversary.
Oh.
But finding that one, good luck. I do want to show this one off because there's a couple neat things I'm noticing already.
Do it.
First off, avoid it like the plague.
This guy.
But no nameplate. No nameplate there. Look how chunky and it's kiss cut, meaning that this silver is a thin layer on top of the black and the white. Like usually it'd be black on top of silver on black on top of white. It's not. It's lighter, so the players can be faster. And it's also the same thing in the letters, which could not have been easy, especially as you're also like, look at it going off into the meshing. Brilliant. I mean, this level of detail is why you go EPS.
Yeah, it's.
And I see it so much more now that we did that game worn jersey expo.
They'll do on ice specs as best as they possibly can.
That's a nice jersey.
So,
That's a nice jersey.
But like John said, they're not without fault, and they do make mistakes from time to time. But if you are a decent human being and treat them decently, they'll fix their mistakes at no cost to you. I had a name bar issue on this one. The name bar on the back was originally yellow. So this is my Jordan Nolan because I needed a 71. This is my Jordan Nolan, which is for a Blues jersey, one of my favorites.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
This was 2017, 2018. This was the Winter Classic that went to third.
It is the most used Winter Classic jersey.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's a wonderful fun fact. The original nameplate was yellow with blue.
Yeah, they gave you a contrasting nameplate, which they didn't wear.
Right.
So.
Found out it was a mistake. I sent it back to them. They fixed it at no charge. So I can't complain. I've got no beef with this company whatsoever. They've always done me right. They always do their best to make it look like how the players wore it. So now I have...
That's another kiss cut.
Yeah. So this was originally done by them. Yeah. That would make sense. So now I can go from 0 to 59 in my collection.
Wow.
Knocked them all out. Second half's going to be tough because...
There's a lot fewer in the upper numbers.
Yeah.
Some jerk, and I'm excuse my language, but some jerk wore 66, and now nobody else can wear 66.
Well, good luck with that 99 too.
Rick
speaking
Dudley of the 79 Winnipeg Jets is who
I'm
you're
sorry
referring
that
to.
he's an unbelievable figure who also survived cancer and scored how many goals and all these records. I'm just saying, save the team.
So,
save the team.
I need, and I don't know if anybody's listening, but there's one player in the league who currently has worn 66 in the past 15 years. His name is TJ Brody. He plays up in Toronto.
Or he was in Calgary.
He was in Calgary. His first year, he wore 66. If he can land in Buffalo, even if it's like a sign and then trade elsewhere, I'm still getting it. But
Semantics, right? At least connections make.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there a guy on the Islanders who also wore 66?
Hosang.
And, yeah, and everyone had a problem with it.
everybody had a big problem with it.
Yeah.
He's not in the league anymore because we ran him out.
That's good.
Nice.
That's it. Thanks for coming along. We'll link everything down below, patches and EPS stuff, and give them a shot.
Yeah, absolutely excellent company. If you're willing to go the turnaround and the price, which again, both are reasonable considering what you get. Like
Yeah.
it is quality. Highly recommend. This is how we get our jerseys customized. This is what you do. And next box you send off, we'll record some of that process of. So if you want to do this, what do you do?
Yep.
So stay tuned. Keep watching. I'm John. He's Shrems. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Is there an Easter egg in this one, or do we just stand here awkwardly?